Hi, I'm Todd Romano, co-founder of Speed UTV, and welcome to the Speed Factory. So the first episode of the Speed Academy is the walk around on your car. Before you add gas, before you hit the start button, please take the time to inspect your vehicle. That's everything from air pressure in your tires. We run around 18 PSI in the desert. You can go down to 10 or 12 in the sand. But please go and check all your jam nuts. The jam nuts are on each end of your suspension. They are what lock the rod end in place. We've taken the time to paint them with green paint. Take the time to make sure the paint lines line up. If they have lined up, are no longer lined up, or if they have moved, please take the time to tighten each one. There's a ability by just pushing on the jam nut with a crescent wrench or the appropriate size wrench, you'll be able to tighten them and enjoy your ride. That will make sure your rod ends don't come loose. It'll make sure you don't have any issues with your suspension. So please take the time to walk around your car. Welcome back to the Speed Academy, and today we're going to talk about adjusting your shocks. So in maintenance, we've talked about setting ride height, and ride height is all set by this upper collar. By moving preload, by moving this down or up, we adjust ride height and we adjust preload. So what we want to do is, after measuring our car, it's an estimate of every inch this travels down, the car travels up 2 inches. So take the time, if you're supposed to have 18 inches of ride height and your car's at 16 inches, start by moving this down an inch. By moving it down an inch, you might be able to get your car up to the proper ride height. This is the only piece you ever have to adjust on your car. We do have crossovers preset. That allows us to engage the secondary and change the way your car works as you get deeper into the suspension. But something Speed UTV has that only I've seen in the past on motorcycles is the ability to adjust both high speed and low speed compression and rebound on the shock. The right knob is always compression, is always rebound, right for rebound. The left, no matter what side of the car, as you're looking at it, the left is always compression. So, for example, if I want to stiffen my car up, not only can I adjust the amount of preload in my car, I can adjust both high speed and low speed compression by moving this Allen. If I want to slow the car down as it's coming over a rise and I feel like it's kicking too much in the rear, I can add rebound. The more spring rate I add into this shock, the more rebound I'm going to have to chase. So first, make sure ride height is set. Measure your car 18 and 17, adjust your top collar. The car at that point you want to drive more aggressively, maybe you're going to the sand dunes. In the sand dunes we actually run much more compression due to the transitions, and we make the rebound, we back out the rebound to make it faster. That allows the car to get back up to ride height faster, allowing us to hit the next transition with more inertia. So please take the time, consult us if necessary, but the tunability of the Speed shock is like no other. We appreciate you understanding it and making sure you manage it to your own expectation, but to make sure you get the best out of your car. So thank you and enjoy your ride. So before we take our ride, we're supposed to inspect our vehicle. And part of our inspection is inspecting our axles and make sure we have proper CV grease, that our axles are still locked into our differential, and that our CV boots are not torn. Our axles have a very unique thing. Not only are they dual plunging, but the mechanism we use to unlock and lock the axles into your differential is something proprietary to Speed UTV. I want to take the time to show you how simple it is to lock your axle into your diff. And what we have here is we utilize a snap ring. And a snap ring is very different than a roll ring. Inside the axle, where the axle plunges into the actual micro stub, we do use a roll ring. And what we do though is we lock our axle into the car by actually using a sliding mechanism that we invented. This is a 3mm Allen, and I take out first the dust Allen. And this Allen allows me to activate the mechanism that both loosens and tightens my snap ring. And as I go 2.5 turns tight, my snap ring expands. And if I go 2.5 turns to loose, my snap ring recedes. What happens is when I push this axle and these splines into either the front diff or the rear transaxle, they will go in because of the grooves on the spline. But once in, there is another spot that this ring will actually go into the differential or into the gearbox and hold itself in. So once we find this axle fully engaged into the differential, we tighten this 2.5 times, and in doing so, this will expand the snap ring, and then you're in. And then also take the time to put your dust one back in. So please take the time to inspect your axles. Please make sure if you ever install a new axle, you take the time to install it correctly, and make sure you've locked it in the transmission by giving it a good yank to make sure it doesn't come out. That will make sure it's seated and it doesn't damage your vehicle in the process of operation. So now you're in the cockpit of your Speed UTV, and depending if you got an RG edition, an LE edition, did you get the rugged radio, did you get the kicker audio, did you get the PCI intercom radio, did you get rock lights? We want to go through the steps to properly pair them and use them. Interesting enough, as you sit in your car, all this is done through Bluetooth. And what I'm going to do is turn on the Bluetooth on my phone and show you the different ones. So once you turn on Bluetooth and is in search mode, and your car is on and you want to find the kicker audio head unit, it says KMC kicker. You can see that on my phone. All you'd have to do is touch that and you'd be connected to KMC kicker, allowing you to play any audio from your phone to the music, to play music in your car. This plays the music through your kicker stereo, not through your headset. If you choose to play through your headset and helmet, you would have to choose the rugged 696, which is the here, or the PCI, depending on which one comes in your car. Both you'll show up under pairing, and both will allow you to both talk car to car to people in your car and play music through your headsets or through your stereo. So make sure you turn your Bluetooth setting on your phone to search, find the kicker KMC, find the rugged 696, or find the PCI. And in any one of those, once paired, every time you hop in your car, you'll be able to push audio, answer the phone, listen to music, or play it through the kicker sound system. The other thing we have is our rock lights. And our rock lights, you'll be provided a barcode for the app when you purchase your Speed UTV. The app will run only on your phone. The toggle switch will allow you to turn on and off the lights on your car through the auxiliary switch, but your phone will allow you to transmit the different colors you want to play through your lights. There is a light, if you order the rock lights, at each wheel, so you can service, change a tire, change a belt, inspect really what's critical on your car on all 4 corners. So make sure if you have our technology, you understand how to pair your phone. Also, all our two-way intercom systems, be it rugged or PCI, have both your head jacks, so you can push your cables to your helmet, or if you're wearing a headset and your cables are attached, they plug in both passenger and driver. If you want to talk outside the car, you will push the talk button. On the PCI, it is no different. You will push the talk button. But I want to take the time to show you what it takes to pair your PCI race radio. PCI, to activate the Bluetooth, has a blue button in the middle. First thing you do is make sure the blue light is off. And to do so, you would hold down the blue button until it powers off. Once it is powered off, you push and hold the blue button until, and it does take a while, until the blue light starts flashing. Once flashing, the PCI will appear on your phone as a Bluetooth product you compare to. Once you're connected, you'll be connected to your PCI race radio as long as your car is on. And you will never have to do it again. It will automatically recognize it. On both products, we have places for your toggle switches. That will run your heated seats, it will run your Parker pumpers, it will run your winch. Over by the driver, we have also had more toggles for your auxiliary, which is your whips and your chase bar. We've run it so you can run your front bumper light bar, your upper light bar. All of these come pre-wired. So depending on what's accessory, there's a location in each one of our dash plates that mount our radios. It allows us at the same time to run any lighting accessories by the steering wheel. So make sure you understand what's in your car, how to connect it, and how to benefit from the unique audio and technology in your Speed UTV. welcome back to the Speed Factory. And with as many cars as getting out in the field, we're starting to play with other speed races and other customer cars. And as we get out there, what's most important is, again, safety. Are you riding with a helmet? If you're riding with a helmet, how close are you? If you're in the dust, what are you doing? Can you see? Do you run pressurized helmet skirts? Are you running a windshield? What are you doing for dust? And both from PCI and Rugged, we run pumpers. This is a pressurized breathing device that allows you to connect your hose to your helmet and allows you to get fresh air, cold air, or ambient temperature air to make sure no dust comes in your helmet, no dust comes in your eyes, and allows you to enjoy a safe day when you can come through the dust or be in some dust due to the amount of traffic you're riding in, and make sure you can see that you're not choking on dust all day and you can enjoy your ride. When you run with your helmets will be pressurized. You'll be able to have communication in your helmet to talk car to car, and you'll be able to change the speed of your pumper based on the temperature outside and how much air pressure you want in to keep the dust out. So, Rugged, PCI, make sure you have a pumper in your car. If you're riding with groups, if you're riding with a helmet, I highly recommend riding in clean air. So, thanks again from the Speed Factory. Make sure you go out there. Have a great weekend. Back at the Speed Factory, we recognize that our customers play in all temperatures and all times of day. And from that, we realized that seat heaters as a standard option in the Speed UTV became a necessity. You are looking at the Speed UTV seat heater that can be added to any of the seats in your car and are operated individually with an on-off switch or all on at the dashboard, keeping you warm at night in the dunes or warm in the day in those cold mountain areas that we get to ride. So please, if you want to add comfort, look to our windshields and look to our seat heaters in your Speed UTV. So, are you heading out to the dunes? Are you heading out to the desert? Or are you just trying to make sure your people can see you when you're out at play? At Speed UTV, we have the speed flags. They are in the proper orange, not just for our company, but for the Glamis. They are LED, and they are actually quick release. Ours are just like an air chuck, and all it takes is a slide, and you're in play. So please don't drive into your trailer and take out your brand new speed whips. Take the time to pull back your air chuck and release to get rid of your whip off your car. And if you ever had to put it back on, again, pull up on the air chuck, push down, and reinstall. So see you in the dunes. Thanks for rocking the Speed flag. So once in a while at the Speed Academy, we have to talk about the things that either help our friends or help ourselves. And we're out in the desert, and we can come on as another car, maybe one of our competitors' cars on fire, or we can come on something in the desert that's on fire, or maybe we have something on our own car from spilled fuel or oil that we have to manage. Speed UTV, we have a quick access 2.5-pound fire extinguisher in ABC, so chemical fire, electrical fire, we have the ability to put it out. It has billet brackets that mount to your frame that allow for quick release. It has 2 bands that wrap around the 2.5-pound fire extinguisher that allows you to quickly release it in any case of emergency. So please take the time to put at least one of these on your Speed UTV to help yourself or a friend. If you haven't been behind the wheel of your Speed UTV, you haven't got a chance to look at the 10-inch digital dash. The ability to scroll through the different dashes, to be able to see front and rear cameras, to be able to understand your oil temp, your water temp, your belt temp, to see what's in front of you, to see what's behind you, to understand your oil pressure, your alternator voltage, all of it at the click of a finger. The digital bundle that we provide at Speed UTV as an accessory allows you many of those options, from gyroscope to Bluetooth air pressure sensors in your tires, front and rear cameras, turn signals, and hazard signals so you can identify which side you're broken on in the trail, or if you want someone to pass you on the left or pass you on your right, you have the ability to marker light them. We have the ability to have a gyroscope for rock crawling, all built into the digital bundle that will plug into your digital dash. The unique thing about this is that the digital dash is also available for your navigator. So one for driver, one for navigator. All the features that we get to see in the digital display in front of the driver, from gauge clusters to speed to tachometer, are all there. What the passenger does not have in the digital bundle is the cameras. All the cameras are for the driver. front and rear so they can navigate the trail and parking or backing up easily, but everything else to understand your telemetry, your speed, your temps, your pressures, all accessed through the multiple pages of your digital dash for your passenger.